Hello everybody and welcome back to the Highland Fishing Expansion on Kinlaig. So we're going to have a quick turnaround of our soybean field. So I am just going to load up with some seed here. Whilst that's, I think it already used a pallet there, so we'll do that again. Whilst that's doing that, we will go solid fertiliser. This one, I think if we get two maybe, let's buy two of them. We'll get down to the start, make sure that... Ooh, we may need another. If we do, though, at least we're at the right place at the start to get some more. Because then we're going to put wheat straight into that soybean field of ours to keep that going, because our fish food production sort of requires it, so it's a bit of a necessity. Unless we were to go buy a wheat field, but I would rest a bit easier knowing that we've sort of supplemented all our needs without having to purchase anything else. On the topic of buying fields, it'd be interesting to see if we just, well, I'll get to the fertiliser first so we can load a bag up there whilst we wait. It'd be interesting to see, because I'm enjoying using the smaller sort of equipment. So field-wise, it's like if we were to buy 25, I reckon we'll then have to start looking at upgrading our drill, upgrading our rollers and whatnot. It'd be the same with 36. We could possibly go for field 3. 3 and 4, I would say, will be the next ones sort of on the agenda, as it were. Without having to then go spend a lot of money sort of improving sort of everything that we already have. Tractor wise we'll be alright. Oh, we do need another thing of fertiliser. For the likes of this new Holland we've got, we can be able to pull a lot of stuff with this and with the base game, well, not the base game, the one that you get in the expansion pack that you start with. And with that, with a fully upgraded engine, it will cover most things, but you'd be looking at seeders. I'm sure I have, obviously that one, which we use that a lot, but I'm sure there was a modded one. I must have taken it out in the previous episode when we're having problems with lag, which we may very well get in this one sort of later on. But yeah, there is a modded one that I want to go have a look. To be fair, it's a pack. There's 3 of. Is it a fertiliser spreader, a drill, all that sort of thing. So it'll be interesting to have a look at that. But right, we're going to go get this soybean field drilled. We're stuck behind traffic, this is going to be fun. Thankfully, traffic 9 times out of 10 is a lot quicker than what the tractors are, so that car should be pulling away from us. But yeah, if we were to buy that field up left there with a 6 metre drill, it would take a fair bit of time, I'm going to guess. Same with that one. But if we were to take over, this bit of grassland here, that would be converted into a field. We wouldn't have that as grass because we've got the field up at the top. I'm going to go in via this top. And that car isn't pulling away. We're pretty... Am I gaining? I am, I'm gaining. That's one slow car. But right, we'll get on and we'll get our wheat in. Well, I certainly wouldn't want to drill that field in front of us with this drill. Although it is, I was just thinking about it then, if we were to go for the 12-metre one, it's double the size, but it's only 7 miles an hour. So you're only really gaining, there's 2 mile an hour difference if you were to double this up, so I don't really think it would be too worth it, to be fair. It is a lovely drill, but yeah, that's if we were to go with the harsh one. But I would like to look into the other one that I forget what it's called now. I want to say it's like Gulliman or something, but I don't know. I'm going to set the worker on to roll this for us so we don't have to do that, because there is some other jobs I would like to do before we look to move on. Because this being, if we just have a quick look on the map, so that's going to be the potato field, so that's got oilseed radish in it, so that's empty, and that's field 2 will be the soybeans. So as far as I'm concerned, we're all drilled up now, so now it's just doing other little jobs, little bits and pieces to keep ticking time over. So we'll take this back up to the top, we'll get the other New Holland on to do the rolling, and then we're going to progress over to our bit of a woodland. But we need to make sure that we have everything we need, because to put these lodges in, we're going to have to buy a stump grinder. I think there's no point leasing. I did off camera. I did get rid of all the stumps up here, so they're all gone. But yeah, we'll buy ourselves a stump grinder. We'll need to take the log grab. I'm just trying to think. Do we have? Let's have a look at what we've got. Let's turn that off there. So we want the fast track, because then we can do with the front loader. Now I've got to remember where I put it. Did I put it over here? That trailer, that logging trailer there, that's probably worth selling. Oh, look at our honey. We've still not got a full pallet yet. Oh dear. Right. So let's... Oh, mind yourself, dog. Let's go put this on, which would do us some pallet tines. So we'll leave the pallet tines here. So drop them off. Front loader tools. Is there a stump grinder for these? No. Is it a tele? I'm sure there's one that goes on the front of. Oh. Well, I've got that completely wrong. Right. Let's go down to where you're going to be. I don't think I went low enough here. So, stump grinders. This one. So I'll have to buy that one for 27,000. Because I have toyed with, should we go get a harvester to do all this work? I may actually use one of them. Did I try to use one of them before? It didn't really work out, but it'd be nice to use. And also, using a forwarder would be quite nice as well. What's in here? So you'd have that. You'd get your crane, and you'd get a winch on the back. Interesting. So I'm just having a nosy just to see what's around. We also need to get a tree planter, so I might as well buy that as well. And in doing that, combinations, tree saplings, we want... pine. So let's buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm sure it's pine. These must be the ones with the Highland expansion, or at least I hope they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 200 trees that we have bought there. So let's go now. Has this got a front? Yeah, it does. So what we'll do is we'll put the winch on the front, we'll put the log grab on the front, and we can go, well, either or. We'll go to the store, we'll pick up the stump grinder from there, and then we'll make our way over to the new bit of woodland. without forgetting to put to put the worker on rolling. Otherwise, the whole point of doing this is just to save a bit of time. So let's put that on. We'll just put this onto the back. This sawmill here will be going once we've done, once it's finished processing, which if we have a look, let's just have a look into here. Still got 1,500 litres to get through. But right, before we go to the store, let's just find our other New Holland, which is here. Sort of all our equipment's been abandoned here, there and everywhere at the moment. But when we move on next month, there is a car coming. Where are they? Oh, is the plough stopping them? That's interesting. Yeah, so in the next month we will have this field in front of us to cultivate out. But I think, what did I say? Did we say we're going to put it on the ploughman? It's always hard to remember, especially now. I've always said running 2 series is more than enough, but I'm currently trying to do 4, which is highly interesting. Right, we'll get this set onto a worker down here. So with that worker now hired, back to here, and we'll go to the store. Oh, I forgot, we're running out of room there to get everything on. So, let's now lift up this. We can get this put onto the front. Oh no, don't detach. Like that. This is a fair setup. I would have liked, I don't think, do I have it on here? I may not have had it on. Black Sheep Modding do a machine. I'm guessing it would have been under here. I may not have it on, to be fair. Big forestry mulcher, so you can drive round with that mulcher on the front. That looked quite cool, but I don't think I've got it installed. But right, let's now make our way up to where we're going to expand the business with our lodges. What I like about this location is obviously we own the 2 fields left and right of this track. We don't own the field over there, but that is something that we could do in due course. Right, there is a bit of an opening. Is that the opening there? Which I think that's where we're going to look to build the car park. Is that where I decided that it was best for the car park? Or do we build... I'm now just second guessing now. Right, we've got that many... What's that? Okay, cool, we've got the stump grinder. So we can... Can we grind out some of these stumps? That's annoying. Why can't we get rid of them? Right, well that sort of dictates where we can and can't go then. So we're going to go up through here, I believe. Let's just get out and have a look. We do have the train line there, which I'm not too fussed by. Or do we go up into here? Very decisive, I know. So we're going to go up through here. I reckon let's just make a start. Let's cut this one down. 35.11, over 11,000 litres in that. That's a huge tree. Well, we've got a 550 XP. I'm looking at the new fuel injection Husqvarna. Is it the 564 fuel injection? I can't remember what. That's what I'm looking at buying next in the next month or two. Especially with the idea of making some new videos. I'd like to get something like that. Plus also look at a battery powered one. See the difference in them. Right, let's now go. We'll do this one. I'll cut a few out whilst we're sat waiting and see how we get on. So with that all now done, it should free up for us now that we could get 3 or 4 lodges in here. So we'll sort of space them out. One probably looking out over this gap. I'll probably take this tree down. Have another one looking out over, well, I could look out over that gap. Yes, that's 2, 3, and then 4. Which they're all decent sort of views. This one we could probably just point it out facing that way. Just need to be careful. I don't want to go too much. I want to leave these back line of trees. So if it fits or not, we'll just have to see. But yeah, we could possibly put it out over here. Then it's still getting some privacy from them, from those trees. But right, let's go and find. We'll take this back to the yard. We will just abandon the rolls for the time being, and then we'll go down to the dealership, grab the tree planter. We'll make sure we get a nice mix of trees put onto the tree planter to bring back up here, because then we can then get planting where we were felling everything previously. Ideally, if we had a different lorry, which we could always go and buy a different lorry, it would have been better to get a low loader, and then we could put everything onto that to bring it up. But yeah, this area here, I want to fill it out with trees. Whether in this Let's Play they grow, I don't know, but certainly worth doing it. Right, let's put this on. I bought 5 and 5, so if the first lot we put on is from this one, so let's put that one on, and then so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and here are the spruces. So do they look? Oh, brilliant, there is a good bit of difference. So what we'll do, I'll pull this forward and we'll just put mix match on, and then when we get back to the farm we'll take them all off again. Put them in their separate piles, just so that we know that we're putting different ones in. Let's see how that goes. Hopefully with no erratic driving they should stay on. So we've got 3 pine and 2 spruce at a guess. So I'll leave these, I'll leave some this side of the sawmill and leave the others on the other side, and I'll just quickly go shuttle backwards and forwards, bring all of them up here, and then from here on out it's just staying in that top area. So we didn't have enough room to get the pines, can't remember. Anyways, it doesn't matter. I think we've got more than enough trees to fill to fill this area. But right, if we turn this on, we'll just drop it down, and yeah, I'm not going to do anything sort of going round in circles or out like that. We're just going to keep going until we run out of room, basically. Well, I would say for now that's a fair few trees put in there, and it's only a small sort of area. But yeah, I was tempted to put some onto that bit of a grass bank there, but I thought I'd leave that, and we will leave these last 3 remaining pallets. I'll load 1 up onto here already, because we may go plant these elsewhere, which another part of me thought, shall we put a few, hide this bank a little bit, if we'll be able to put a few onto here maybe. But I don't know whether that's probably better to do with beech trees, or I may just using the landscaping tool, well I say landscaping tool, going into that sort of mode, I may do it like that instead, because then you can get different varieties, different heights. Yes, it will cost a lot more money, but I think it will look a lot better in the long term. So right, let's turn that off. How is... They're just starting to spawn. Yeah, there's no point. There's not even a bucket load to go into there just yet. How is... Let's just have a look at some of our productions. So these are distributing. So they're going to our offshore, where it just needs a few more young salmon. Then we can change that back. That's fine with water. The fish food factory's activated and distributing. I'd love to know actually how... we're done doing the wheat. What's it cycle? I never understand this. Cycles per month. Does that mean it's making 4,800 litres a month of fish food? I don't know. So this one, I didn't start this one, did I? Almost 135,000 litres we put into there. So let's activate that and activate that. And then we're getting from the stonemasons, we're getting our roof shingles. So we should have everything we need to be able to do our lodges when we eventually find. There we go. So yeah, so in the next episode, what I'll probably do is we'll carry on cutting down into here. We don't want to go too far back, like I said, with these trees. But yeah, we'll carry on cutting into here. We could possibly do with some spray paint, if I'm honest. So let's go on to here. And hand tools as well will be under. Marking spray. Let's get some yellow. Yes, please. The only annoying thing about these sprays is they do run out. There we go. And what mark are we doing? Change marker type. Will this tree be going? Probably. Yeah, we'll keep it at X. So let's mark that one. This one will be going, or both of them will be going, I should say. This one. Oh, well, I'm going to leave that big one in there, but this one can go. Should we leave those two? I think that's probably wise. That one can go. It soon adds up when you actually look at how... Oh, I just wasted a spray there. It soon adds up when you see how many trees you'll actually take down in the long run. That one... Then there'll just be a few, I would say. Because we need to make sure that when these lodges go up, there's plenty of room around them. We'll go this one. Not the most exciting of jobs as it takes. Marking trees to take down. Okay, I didn't spray on you, but okay. Let's do this one. These beeches have a lot of wood in them. Very good for cutting down, especially if you're just dragging. Oh, my spray can's empty now. So has that got? So mark that one. Mark that one. Mark that one. So the only thing that it could be is to take out. Let's just buy another can quickly. They're only £100. At least it means in the next episode, I know where we're going. So that one, this one, this is a bit awkward to see, but we should be able to do something. And then this one, if it's not already marked. Right, well that shows us what we're doing in the next episode to take all these out to then put lodges. And again, we will probably put back in a load of bushes and shrubs and so on, just to make the place look a bit better. I need to decide on where. Maybe put a car park in or something around here. We need to put a car park in, definitely, just for somewhere for everyone to be able to go. Let's take this one out. So we'll drive up here, that'll be down, and then you'll find somewhere in here. We may just put it into there, and then hopefully you'll walk up to your lodges up there. You'll put a nice track in and whatnot, and then the job should be a good one. But anyways, I just want to say thank you very much for watching. I hope you've all liked and enjoyed the video, and I will see you again in the next one. Bye for now.